and today we're going to talk about city services. Okay, I guess I can just go blah 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 something. Yeah, blah blah blah. In general, the city services are overhauled for City Skylines II. This time you don't need to place so many separate city service buildings to cover your city because of the better pathfinding as well as the new city service upgrades. All city services in the game include upgrades. These are operational extensions and sub-buildings. You can answer the different needs of the city by placing a new wing to your medical clinic that it'll add more patient places there, or a new ambulance garage, and so on. We have updated the district tool for City Skylines 2. In City Skylines 1, the districts were painted using a paintbrush. In City Skylines 2, we have a much more accurate polygonal tool that you can use to shape and create districts. The brush tool was a bit inaccurate. We heard from players that some people had some gray hairs trying to create the perfect district shapes. So this time we're going to give them the tools to create exactly what type of districts they want. One of my favorite district policies is the gated community policy, where you can dictate that who actually is allowed to move through a district. And if you want to keep the district calm from the heavy traffic, then you can use that policy to control the area, keeping the riffraff away. That's basically what it is. In City Skylines 1, the land value was more directly affected by the city services and especially the parks. In City Skylines 2, the land value is affected by the citizens and companies' willingness to move to an area and pay rent there. You can indirectly control the land value by placing services that those specific agents need at that moment, and that will in turn make them more willing to live in an area and pay higher rent, and that will then affect the land value itself. The road maintenance has a bigger role in City Skylines 2. This time the road condition doesn't only affect the speed of the traffic, but it also affects the likelihood of traffic accidents happening. So it's important to have an adequate road maintenance fleet so that they can keep the roads in condition. The road maintenance vehicles have two different models. One for the summer, and then it switches to a snowplow during the winter. Citizen healthcare is an important part of your city to keep it functioning. The citizen happiness is dependent on their health as well as their well-being, so it's important to build enough healthcare in your city and provide them in the places that the citizens need it. The citizen death care, on the other hand, is something else. As with many other things in City Skylines 2, also the citizen death and death care have been improved on. We no longer have the classic death waves that we had in City Skylines 1. Unless there is an actual house collapsing, the hearses don't clog your streets. But if there is a disaster, then you can absolutely expect that there's going to be a lot of buzzing in the streets. The garbage management has also been improved in City Skylines 2. We have now introduced a recycling option for the garbage, which then produces some materials that can be used in the industrial buildings in your city. We've also added a new feature to the landfill where you can actually create the area for your landfill yourself. And if your city is a small one, you need a smaller space, but if your city grows, you can then expand. As with many other systems, we have also improved education. The game features elementary school, high school, college, university, medical university, and technical university. We've also added a new level of education, and these education levels match the different demands for workplaces in your city. Fire and rescue has been also improved. The fire department handles building fires as well as the potential vehicle fire. They will also search and rescue people from collapsed buildings. The game also features postal services and internet services. The citizens want to send mail to their loved ones or maybe an angry letter to the editor, and this improves their well-being. The city also can have internet service, which will also improve the quality of life for the citizens, and it will also affect positively the profit margins of the companies. Watching the households, you can see the effect of the mail service availability and the internet service availability. If your city doesn't have the different emergency services yet, the outside connections will provide your city with the various services. They send out police cars, ambulances, and so on. The only downside is that it will cost you slightly more compared to if you had the service in your own city. The administration category is an entirely new service category in Cities Skylines II. It features City Hall, Central Bank, and Welfare Office. Welfare offices help citizens with low well-being. City Hall and Central Bank provide the city with various citywide bonuses. I can be more happy. Yeah, I can definitely be, because I'm like way too serious. Next week we're going to have electricity and water, and that was that.